I am Momodou Baka, the communication officer of the Gambia Teachers Union. In this role, basically, I manage the communications of the union, ensuring that we amplify the voices of educators in the Gambia, but also ensuring that we do a proper check on what is happening within the education sector, to ensure not only our members are aware, but also to get the buy-in of the public to ensure that we support the achievement of education goals in the Gambia. So basically, that is my role: amplifying the voices of educators in this country and ensuring that the general public is aware of what we do as a union in terms of advocating for member welfare, but also what we do to ensure that we achieve the education targets of this country.
Baka is a really amazing character. He's a young man who is very focused, very focused, very determined, and very result-oriented. Yes, it's definitely very easy to work with him, and he's open to instructions. All right, he's open to collaborate with other staff members. When there is something to do, and you call on Baka, he is always ready to participate. He's always ready to give it his best shot. And he's always ready to ensure that he goes as far as ensuring that the desired results are achieved.
He has been frequently representing us on national platforms like JRCS. But for me, as head of program and his supervisor, the most important function he plays is as a strategic crisis communicator. During strikes, the gentleman hardly sleeps. He monitors all our WhatsApp platforms and provides necessary feedback and then sensitization and then responses to the queries coming from our members. So as a strategic crisis communicator, that's a very critical function that he plays. And then his role on the media as well, the PR role for that matter, as a communicator, made it possible for the union to be much more visible, accessible, and then recognized. Before his coming, we never had the privilege of having certain social media handles, Twitter, Instagram, even Facebook page. He initiated them, created them, and managing them as well. So by virtue of those things, the union is much more visible, accessible, and recognized globally and nationally.
MAJaC has prepared me in the best of ways, because the skills that I impact in this institution, in this current role, I learned them from MAJaC. I had the passion to do communication, but MAJaC ensured that they give me the right skills, the right knowledge to ensure that I am able to excel in the passion that I have for communication. So the skills, when I was starting, the issue of using Adobe Photoshop, for instance, to do designs, for instance, was very difficult for me. Instead, I usually would go to Google and find some very simple designs, and I am able to use those ones to come in to do some of the work that I do. But the practicality of using the tools that were available, and so that now I do not only go to borrow other people's work, but I try to do it myself. Sitting here, I am able to do at least basic video editing, and so my office does not outsource some of the work that we are supposed to do, and that is because MAJaC provided those skills for me. But you look at the issue of ethics too. Sometimes in the communication world, you want to communicate because you have the tools, you have the camera, you have the mobile phone, or you have the platform, the audience, and then you think it is okay for you to say anything and everything that you do that you want to say. But sitting in classes at MAJaC provided me that opportunity to know there are things that are ethical boundaries that I am not supposed to step outside as a communication person. Not only as a maybe as a practicing journalist outside there, but as a communication person, there are boundaries that I am not supposed to step outside of. So MAJaC provided those skills, the knowledge that I am able to use here today to ensure that the voice of educators is out there, to ensure that the image of the Gambia Teachers Union is out there, and then ensuring that we are recognized as a very credible institution as Gambia Teachers Union, because the credibility of Gambia Teachers Union lies solely, I think, I would say 100% on the image that is projected out there, and that is the communication. That is what communication does. So MAJaC ensures that we are able to remain very credible as an institution, using the communication as a way to ensure that the public is aware of what we do, but also our members believe in us. Because if we do not communicate to our members the right way, they would not trust the Gambia Teachers Union as an institution that is standing up, for them. So basically, MAJaC provided me that opportunity to do what I am doing here, but also to represent educators and to project the image of the Gambia Teachers Union to the wider public.
This is not a mere praise. You see, when we look at team building, team formation issues, if you look at what we call an ideal team player, this requires somebody who possesses these three traits. Somebody who is humble, hungry, and smart. Humble in the sense that a good team player like Baka, who is a top-tier team player, you don't have excessive ego. Somebody who is very humble and willing to take up responsibilities given to you. Hungry in the sense that he's willing to learn. You know, you must be prepared and willing to learn, and very intelligent. But in addition to that, for me, what is more important as well, to be very reliable and accountable, but also more importantly proactive. Because of recent, years ago or a year ago or a couple of months ago, he would always be asking, consulting, asking. But of recent, I've seen him proactively engaging and then using his own, initiating certain blogs or certain, not, I wouldn't call them blogs, videos or excerpts. Of course, he does consult, but he has been very proactive.
For me, the motivation is very wide. It's not only about the academic achievement, but I think passion had a way out in it, like having the passion of what I do, that is communication, but also having the right environment, including the academic environment that MAJaC provided for us, played a very important role. The type of lecturers that you had, that we had, the sessions that we had, they all played a role in achieving that excellence that that we were talking about, but also the right motivation that you have at the workplace. Because it's one thing to go to school, but also another thing to have the right working environment to ensure that you achieve your academic goal. So the passion to do the communication, the academic environment MAJaC provided, but also the motivation at the workplace, including some of my colleagues or some the colleagues that I was with in the same class. They all played a part in what we collectively achieved, because I think it's an achievement of the entire communication class, not only for me. So I think that passion, the discipline, also the consistency in what I do in terms of communication also played a role in achieving that excellence.
Baka has a very good team spirit. To really collaborate and to really be able to fit in a team and produce the desired results, in the first place you need to have good team spirit. If you do not have good team spirit, you will not survive in a team. And that is one thing that makes Baka fit in any team. That one I can stick my neck and vouch for him. So because he's able to adapt, because he has that good team spirit, he's able to collaborate with the rest of the staff members in any given task. All right, you will not call Baka twice for any corporate task, for any task that requires people to come together to accomplish. He would always be there, and he will always be willing and ready to contribute. He was always ready to have an input in whatever we are doing.
Yes, some of us who are actually on the verge of retiring, I'm delighted to say the least, in the sense that every responsible leader must be able to build a team. And then I've seen a potential leader in him. Not exaggerating, but I'm quite sure that when I exit, like my colleagues, at least there will be a breed of people who would be able to hold the fort and then continue the great work that we are currently engaging in. So in terms of succession planning, I've seen somebody, because I saw him a long time ago, and then saw a lot of potentials in him, and I think those things are very motivating. In terms of keeping our good work, he is somebody who could be relied upon to continue the good work that we are doing.
MAJaC is that place that you go to, that you're not only provided the theoretical environment, but also the practicalities of what you learn in the classroom is also given. From sessions in the classroom to going outside to do practicals, the experience ensured that we are able to put into practice what we learn. Matthew, it's not only the communication that I did certificate in journalism and diploma in journalism, so they all played a part in my experience in that environment, whether it was sessions with Sang on radio production, or we are talking about ethics of journalism with Barista Ndur, or even the issue of writing press releases with Baka Balde, sorry. So the experience has been engaging. The experience has been very fulfilling too, and transformative for me.
Because of that, it's definitely very easy to work with him. And sometimes even as an individual, doing your own work in your own office, sometimes you get to a point you feel, okay, I need a second opinion on this. All right, I think this is what I have to do, but I think I need some other person to also look at it and tell me what he thinks. Baka will always be open. I do that very often with him. He sits here and I just dial his phone and say, can you come over to my office? And he will just come. And then when he comes, I will say, okay, sit on my chair. I say, no, let me bring this here. I say, no, sit on my chair. Take my laptop, it's yours. Look at what I have done. What do you think about it? Hey, Mr. Mendy, but you are the language expert here. I said, like, hey, I want you to tell me what you think about it, So he will look at it and he will give me his honest opinion, and we move on. So he does that even at the level of individuals, much more when it comes to, a team activity. He's never left behind.
Well, the person has to be there. They let them be passionate about what they're doing. Let them be consistent in every activity that they're doing. But also discipline is very important. But also it's one thing to be in the classroom to learn, to practice, but it's also important that we are consistent in the practice. Like when you are in class today you learn one or two things, it's important that you be consistent in practicalizing it. Not only when you are within MAJaC, but outside. It will ensure that you build up that skill that you are having. One day you will be fortunate enough to be in the corporate world working, but also consistency in practice would ensure that you are able to, when you are not employed practically in the corporate world, you are able to provide yourself that opportunity to serve the general public for your own advantage. Consistency, discipline, passion is very important.